I'm sure you remember this area, and that's because we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this whole comic collection thing. It may not seem like it, but we left a whole bunch
Been taken
behind.
care of, but what can I do about the bomb? Think, Spidey, think!
The hiding places for the comics vary from evil to super evil. For example, you have to backtrack to get this one. And during the fight with Scorpion, you have to completely annihilate all the furniture, or Scorpion has to. Either works. During this section of the police chase, you have to ignore all logic and drop down. You'd figure you'd die, but no, of course not. I suppose quite a few comics are in fact behind you. For Rhino, it's as simple as eliminating all the barrels, just like Jameson's furniture. Here's another one where you have to backtrack, but a little further. As soon as we reach the pipes, the comic book triggers and we have to head back down the hall. Again, I never realized that this many comics were hidden just right behind you. Don't worry, there are certainly some clever ones as well. This one is as simple as heading back to the third switch after you flip the fourth. This one's just lying on the ground after you crawl through the water-filled tunnel. And of course there had to be something behind the other door at the bottom of the elevator shaft. This one right here is probably the most creative. We have to plug up these pipes that are spewing steam so the boiler next to them will explode. I mean furnace, sorry. I like this one because depending on how your mind tries to solve problems, you might have gotten this comic accidentally.
Look what I found!
This comic only appears after you've broken all of Mysterio's power conduits. Except for the ones on his cape, of course. It's down here by his feet, which is actually pretty difficult to get at. And here's one just hiding out between some boxes in the warehouse. Pretty simple. This one's triggered by a switch in the underwater trench. It wants you to swing all the way back there after you've swung through 2 rooms already, so we're just gonna skip ahead. The one during Doc Ock's boss fight only appears for a few seconds while his shield regenerates.
Uh-oh! Looks like his shield is regenerated!
And I'm pretty sure you saw me miss this one. Lastly, because this one took me the longest to find, we have to make the helicopter target that piece of roof specifically. And that's finally all the comics. And of course we're gonna go look at the comics, but you don't need me to blab over them, so I'll see you next time. I do like the parallels between the last two.